Hello YouTube, this is Bander45 doing my debut Let's Play, or debut YouTube video upload, I should say. I'm going to do a Let's Play of TerraFirmaCraft using build number 77.21. This will be episode 1. I'm going to have some commentary, my mic will be on the whole time, but I'm not a super talkative person, and I also don't do well splitting my attention with multitasking, so especially on this first day there probably won't be a lot of commentary just because there's a time crunch to get a few things done so that you can hole up safely for the night and still have a few things to do during the night. So don't expect a lot from me. It's mostly, this first episode is mostly going to be the play, and probably the second day of the episode, which might not come until episode 2. But probably not till the second day. The second day I might explain a little bit more of what I'm doing and why, or when I'm holed up at night and I'm not under the time crunch. Before I start, I'll show you the mods that are loaded, because this is not vanilla Minecraft. It's not vanilla TerraFirmaCraft. I have other mods in there. I have OptiFine loaded. I think these 3 are required for Forge. I have TerraFirmaCraft, of course, 77.21. You can go to TerraFirmaCraft.net to get this. I think it required player API. Something did. Not enough items required CodeChickenCore. And as well, and DamageIndicators also required CodeChickenCore. I've added some add-ons. LeatherWaterSac is one. TerraFirmaCraft is another. Smart Moving. It's just such a useful tool. TerraBow is an add-on. So the LeatherWaterSac, the ExtraFirma, and the TerraBow are all add-ons for TerraFirmaCraft, and it improves the game, I think. And I have Zan's minimap loaded. And I think that covers everything there. Yeah. Smart Moving needs Smart Render. I think that's that for that explanation. I'm going to play a specific seed that I've played before. I've not played it. I've played it to the point where I had just made a bronze anvil right after making a copper anvil. I've not actually hammered any tools out on either anvil. And that's still fairly early game. But I like the seed, so I'm going to play it from the beginning. So single player, create a new world. We're going to call it Basalt. And actually, let's get rid of the world. Basalt, let's play. More world options. I'm going to allow cheats just because there are a few bugs and inconsistencies and things that aren't working. There's things that, for example, to get to the point where you can make anything on an anvil, you really have to have a chicken feather. And chickens are extremely rare, and I'm going to want the ability to go into creative and spawn a chicken if I spend 2 episodes searching for a chicken and I don't find one. Also, cows, there's 3 cows that spawn, 3 types of cows. There's the male cow, there's the female cow, and then there's a female invisible cow, which you can hit and kill, and it will drop leather and bones, but it will not drop meat, which means it's a broken thing. So I want the ability to kill off the invisible cow if I see it, and dispose of what I get from it so that it's equitable, but then spawn in a replacement cow for it. Because I would really rather have 2 full-blown proper cows than one that's bugged. So the only cheats I'm going to do really are to fix bugs or to fix things that break it. The seed, anyway, is, and this is why I called it Basalt Let's Play, but it's just simply basalt, like the rock, with a capital B. Alright, with that, we're going to go ahead and create the world and pop in. First thing I'll do is set a waypoint for where I spawn, just so I know where, and it's an awesome place to spawn. That's why I like this seed. It's a really good starter point, I think. And first time doing it, it's going to take a little while. So spawn, done. Alright, here we are. And again, like I said, ooh, nice, we got cows off that way. Hopefully they are visible. It looks like more than, oh wow, it looks like a herd. That's awesome. Alright, I should have explained a few things before I load so that I can get a few things out of the way before I'm under the time crunch. Copper, nice. So what I'm doing is hitting surface rocks to get some stone, and in the process I'm occasionally getting an ore. Alright, and I'll explain more about that later, but you cannot punch trees in TerraFirmaCraft. The only way, ooh, there's a chicken over that way. The only way to chop a tree is with a proper tool. You need an axe. And I have a couple stones. I'll need to get more, but this will give me a start. To build an axe, you need to knap stone. That's K-N-A-P, knapping. Stone knapping. It's like making flint arrowheads. And the way you do that is you have a stack of stones, at least 2, in your quick bar with it selected, right click, and you get the knapping interface. And I'm going to make an axe quick. And you saw me hitting leaves just a bit ago. I'm going to do this again, but this time I'm going to get a knife. These recipes for knapping, if there's space for it to be moved left to right or right to left from what I'm doing, it will work if it's in a different position. And I'll do another knife and show you. Also, if the mirror image left to right can be done, that'll work as well. I mean, if it's a redundant, if the mirror image is the same exact thing, then it doesn't matter. But you see, and these will stack up to 4. I did gather 1 stick. That's not good. 2 sticks. 3 sticks. I need like a dozen sticks. Not to build these tools, but sticks are your first fire, and sticks are your fire starter. Sticks are the handles to all your tools and weapons when you get to the point of making weapons. Oh, I just lost a leaf. Alright. I have this magnet mode capability, and it's very handy, and I'm going to use it. If you want to say I'm cheating, that's your problem, not mine. Alright, So I've got a few stone tool heads, and I have a few sticks. Go ahead and make 3. I'm going to move that up out of the way. I'm going to move this down to here. I'm going to move that down to there. And we're going to get that guy. And we're going to put these 2 up here. And we're going to get both of those. Alright. With the axe selected, we now can chop down a tree. It takes a long time. The reason for that is that when you get done, you get the whole thing in logs. I got 5 logs from that one. So you don't have to chop each individual segment. The axe takes durability based on the number of logs you get, and maybe also based on the hardness of the tree, because there are, something like 16 different wood types. That's a tall one too. I'm not going to bother trying to hit the sticks out of the ones that are really up there. Or hitting the leaves, I should say. And then other actions you do. I mean, you can fight with an axe, but that takes damage. It gives it damage as well. Gather a few more stones. More copper. I don't expect that I'll have enough copper in this first day to smelt anything. It'd be nice if I did. And I might succeed at this rate. Oh yeah. I just might. Tetrahedrite is the other one I just picked up. And tetrahedrite is essentially copper. It's just not the native copper form. It's a different form of it. What's the time? Hour 11. Alright, we got some stones. With the axe, gonna chop this one down. I try not to pop stones with a tool because it damages the tool. Just like, doing any other action with the tool will damage the tool. That's a good low one, so is that. That's really nice to have cows. 4 of them right nearby. So the seed generates the geography essentially the same, and I think where the ore deposits are and what rock layers are. The rock I'm getting in this area is called andesite, and it is a form of igneous rock. I think it's the igneous extrusive. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure that matters a whole lot, other than I think that the extrusive kind is the harder kind. Alright, I need to chop these ones from this side before I get them released from the trunk. Oops, yeah, that's a stick, that's okay. All these cows are migrating over to me. That could be annoying. Alright. Chop this one. And then we're going to switch modes for a bit. And I get back to hitting stones because I really wouldn't mind finding enough copper to be able to fire and make 1 tool. It takes 10 of these surface ores to make 1 ingot. And there we go. That's going to get me some grain because of the bud switch effect. But otherwise I don't bother getting the vegetables at first, just because I have nowhere to store stuff, and I don't want to fill my inventory with it. 10. That's good. That's a good start. Okay. Switching modes. Using a knife to hit the grass. I'll be hitting plenty more stones and getting more surface ore in the next day. But for now, I'm under a hurry to get a lot of this grass made into straw. Tool broke, and I got another copper. This would be a lot less productive without that magnet, because I'd have to chase all these. They don't just pop up out of the ground, they pop and fly off in a certain direction. I can't remember which, on the compass direction. Excuse me a bit, I've got a little bit of a cold, and it definitely looks like daylight's disappearing on me. Alright, we lost the knife. Quickly nap another tool. Oh. Alright. Got that back. Quickly do this. I hope that zombie isn't coming this way. So those yellow flowers indicate did I do that all the way to the edge? Indicate clay. Indicate where there is clay. Alright. Tool. Alright, the only zombie that's going to get in here and get me is a baby zombie, and hopefully none of them are around just yet. Okay, with that done, I don't remember how far that way or behind from that direction I can dig. I don't want to dig into the water. But I think I can go one more that way, which is towards the water. No, I can't. Dang. 2, 3. Really? That's a bummer. Actually, I'm gonna put that back in place. Get back to digging, and I'll dig one this way. I can go 2 that way. And I can go 2 that way. Alright, so we got into a shelter for our first night. We didn't worry at all about food. We worried about stones and sticks to make some tools. And then we worried about logs by cutting trees with the first tools. And then we worried about grass with the first knives to get straw so we could make these straw thatch. It's one of the few early items that you can basically build a roof with. You could compress clay like this, make clay blocks, and that'll defy gravity as well. But I have another use for the clay and would rather use it in that other use. I'm gonna dig that down, dig that back, put one of these up there and one down here. I think it's a little bit better, and I'll dig the dirt out later. I need to turn this magnet off real quick to start a fire, and I think, yeah, back in that corner. First though, get these seeds out of the way, get those logs out of the way, keep the ore together. Alright, fire starter, either like that or like this. It doesn't matter. Creates a fire starter. And then with sticks, you pop 3 out, with the default is Q, and light it. And I lucked out and got it the first shot. Sometimes you can burn through a whole fire starter and still not get it lit. Now we have some light without the fire starter, because if I right click on the fire with the fire starter, it's gonna like try to light it again. We can start making some torches. I'm not going to make a whole lot because these sticks are still really short supply. That's good enough. Alright. With these logs, we can make stacks. Just checking where I put my fire. Couldn't remember if I did it in the corner or if I did it away from the corner. What I did there is I shift right clicked with the log selected, and that started the pile. And the pile itself can hold 4 stacks of 4. In your inventory you can hold a stack of 16, so one pile holds a whole stack of 16. If the stack is not full, I cannot make a stack on top of it. But if the stack is full, then I can shift and right click another log on top of it and start another stack. I can also, with the log still selected, when I start the stack it only puts one log in it. And with it still, the log still selected in inventory, if I continue to right click without the shift key, it places them in one at a time. Or without log selected, I can right click to open it, and then I can just shift click the whole stack in there. One way is much quicker than the other. Alright. Time is approaching daylight. I'm going to make a couple more tools real quick. Make another axe, and just to demonstrate, we can make it mirror image left to right. I can't do a mirror image up and down. That won't work. I'm going to make another shovel, and to demonstrate how it can shift left to right and still work. And then I'm also going to make more knives. And here, this is a trick I learned fairly recently. We made a knife over here with the notch on the right. We made a knife not quite all the way to the right, but the next one over with the notch on the left. But there's a trick here, and you get 2. I think that's the only tool you can do that with. But anyway, I'm going to make another axe. And another shovel, because I do go through them. Stone tools don't last a terribly long time. So that got us busy. I'm going to do another structure. I'm going to turn magnet mode back on so I don't have to climb down in there. Now, clay has a similar napping interface type thing going on with it. If you, with it selected, and have at least a stack of 5, because it consumes 5, the stones, when you do the stone napping, it only consumes 1, but it needs a stack of 2 because you're basically using one stone to nap the other. And so it's like you don't have the tool to make the tool head if you don't have 2. But this needs 5. And it's similar to napping. It's a 5x5 grid, and but instead of knocking away the parts you don't want, you are depressing in a form, well, with the exception of like this vessel, which I'm going to make one of right now. And then there's a water jug. And then I'm going to make, actually I'm going to make 2 water jugs. And I'm going to make another vessel. I'll show you tool forms later, but these are the more important. And the kiln, pit kiln that I made, the 2D pole there, fits 4 things. Shift click, shift click, shift click. Alright. This is also a shift right click to place in the corners. So you split the bottom there in quarters, and anywhere in the quarter we'll place it. And then I need straw down here, and I need one of those stacks of lumber. Alright. With the loose straw, not the thatch, just right-clicking, no shift. You can just hold down the right-click, it'll fill until it is full as far as it'll go, and it takes 15 to do so. And then shift right-click and fill it up. It needs a full log pile. Alright. With the fire starter, we're going to set that on fire. Or try to. Come on. Sometimes I'm lucky and get it on the first shot. Other times I'm very unlucky and burn through a whole fire starter. It seems like it's rare that it's in between that. Okay. It is still daylight. Time is getting away. But I'm going to end this episode here. I'm new to YouTube. First time uploading. I need some exposure. So please hit the like button if you liked this. Or even if you just didn't care too much. I'll beg you. But also, if you didn't like it, go ahead and hit the dislike, but then also comment to let me know why so I can improve. And if you want to see more of these and keep informed of uploads, please subscribe. This has been Bandor45, and we'll catch y'all later. Take care.